Playing the biggest hits and greatest memories with Mike Bennett on Logan City's 101 FM.
So Monday morning, we always have a busy old show here. Today is no different at all. We have some glamour in the studio with Graham. Oh, no, I always get that confused. Anais Campbell is here, and she's brought Graham, a dad, a very proud, beaming dad, into the studio as well. First of all, welcome to 101 FM.
Thank you so much.
And I have to say, I was slightly concerned when you said you had a sore throat.
I do, unfortunately.
That's bad timing really for a singer, isn't it?
Definitely, it definitely is.
But anyway, at least you're able to talk to us, which is the main thing. What an exciting time this is in your life. I mean, here we are. First of all, to be a singer-songwriter at 16 is pretty good. When did all that start?
Honestly, I've sung ever since I could talk, and it's just been something that's kept growing, and I've just had so much amazing support from friends and family, and they've always told me to keep going and keep learning my craft, so here we are.
Because it's hard. I mean, just chatting to your dad before we came on there, I mean, this is a hard, tough industry. There's huge competition. How do you feel when you see, we were chatting about this a second ago, when you see people go on the X Factor and The Voice, people who haven't done what you've done, they've not sort of served their apprenticeship. How do you feel about all that instant fame?
I don't know. I guess it would just be a completely different experience, and I guess I only have my personal experience to go off, but I don't know. I feel like I'm slowly getting there, and I'm getting a little closer day by day. So, yeah, like I said, I honestly just don't really have anything to compare it to.
And it's all about having a long-term career as well. And again, you know, we've had people in the studio who have hit the heights, and then all of a sudden they're right back to where they started again. How did the Nashville thing come about?
Funny story, actually. I got contacted through Instagram because I was posting a few little cover videos here and there. And honestly, I thought it was a complete joke when someone said, "Oh, I'm a producer in Nashville, like, we'd love to work with you."
And you thought, yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. I thought, okay. And anyway, so I was talking to my parents about it, and I don't know, we kind of looked up on these people, and we were like, oh, this is the real deal.
Legit,
they could actually help me. And so, yeah, we began emailing back and forth and Skyping, and formed a really beautiful relationship with these people, and they've just been the most incredible people to work with. And so, yeah, it's just been insane.
I mean, you must sort of pinch yourself and think, wow, first of all, did I do that? And not only to go there once, you've been there twice.
Yes, I have. Absolutely. Every day it's just incredible. We get the new tracks that I recorded recently tomorrow, which is very exciting, and just to hear them come all together and to hear what they started as and where they go, it's incredible.
And obviously, you know, you're writing your own stuff. You have a music album, and I loved and obviously we'll play this shortly, Red Light, which is a beautiful song. Where'd you get your inspiration? Where'd you get your ideas from?
It's a really weird process for me, actually. I'll go through something, say at school, or, I don't know, be talking to a friend about how their life is going, and I'll just sit in front of a piano or grab up my guitar, and something just happens. Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does. And, I don't know. I've only ever write from a place or a thing that means a lot to me, and that's how these songs come about.
I mean, you only need to look at artists like Ed Sheeran, for example. That's exactly his process. You know, every Ed Sheeran song, and I guess, you know, you look at Adele, a lot of the stuff that she writes, it's all personal to her. So you're kind of leaving yourself open. You're sort of sharing yourself with your public as well. Yeah,
absolutely. And, I mean, that can be a little tricky sometimes, and there's always those people that want to get you down, and that maybe aren't doing quite what makes them happy, and that's been something a little tricky for me to deal with lately. But I don't know, every day I'm doing what I love and getting closer to where I want to be, and and I've got the amazing support system around me to help me do that. Like, my family are just the most supportive people that you would ever meet. So I'm very
that's
lucky.
What you need. I mean, it's so important to have your family. I remember when I was growing up and I said to my dad, I wanted to do radio for a living, and he said, get a proper job. You never do anything, but here we are. And he was right. But anyway, he did say get a proper job. You've got the support of your family, which is terrific as well. So who went to Nashville with you?
So the first trip was with my beautiful mum, and the second trip was with my dad. So they both got a bit of a sense for it. So that was good.
Which is amazing. And when you think the amount of famous people who have recorded in Nashville, is the sort of ultimate aim to go on to the country scene? Are you trying to do something more commercial? A little bit? What is your sort of aim when it comes to music?
Honestly, I'd love to do a really nice mix. Like, Nashville is just the most amazing place to record and to be a part of. It's like, say, the Tamworth Country Music Festival. Every single day there, you're just surrounded by incredible musicians all the time, and it's a really beautiful environment to be a part of. And so I would like to see myself there in the future, but I don't know, I'm just going to keep working away, and if it leads me there, then it leads me there.
Keep doing what you're doing. I think it's important to sort of keep in touch with other artists as well. There's a local guy, you must know, Tyson Coleman.
Yes.
Look, great. He's been on the show, really, really good performer. He's just come back from the States as well.
No way.
And looking at his Facebook stuff, he's got up and he's just sung at all these venues that we've heard of, which is terrific.
Yeah.
What about your schoolmates? How do they treat you? I would imagine, and you know, we got to be a little bit careful because you've got to go back to school. There'd be a little bit of jealousy with some of them, perhaps.
Yes, unfortunately, but I always knew that would come.
For
and
sure.
Majority are just so supportive, and I'm very, very lucky to have those kinds of people around me. But I mean, and like I said, it comes back to if some kid isn't doing what makes them happy, then unfortunately they go and pick on the kid that is. So
of course they do, and that's just the way it is. But you've got to kind of put yourself in a bubble and just sort of rise above that. And,
absolutely.
And, you know, having, as you said before, having mum and dad supporting you, and you need that support network, because, you know, some days you go, wow, this is tougher than I thought it was going to be. And other days you'll just fly. You were telling me, and it's interesting that we have a common friend in Sharmu who was on the show a couple of weeks ago. You're actually going to be singing at her charity event. That's exciting.
It is very exciting. I love doing things like that, and I don't know, it's just another opportunity to perform and to give back and be a part of something beautiful. So
which is great. And where else, if people want to see you sort of locally, do you have any regular gigs, any places that you normally appear at?
Not really at the moment, but I'm singing at the Bundaberg Festival, Easter Roundup, which is next week. So that's Friday through to Sunday.
That's a biggie.
That'll be a lot of fun. So we've got a lot of family there. So it'll be a beautiful weekend. And then I'm also singing at another charity event in Toowoomba, which will be that's a real country kind of get together. So that will be incredible. And I don't know, I'm working away, and so not a lot of regular stuff at the moment.
But it's all about getting experience, and every gig you're going to learn stuff. And I play in a band, and we always say that one gig is worth 6 rehearsals.
Yep.
Because you think, oh wow, that worked so well in rehearsal, it didn't work in reality, and that's the way that you learn stuff.
Absolutely.
School-wise, how long have you got to go?
Well, I'm about to finish this year, so 3 more terms.
Okay, and then that's that out of the way. And obviously, you know, you've made your decision. This is the career path that you want to take.
Absolutely.
What's your plan B, and how are you going to earn money in the interim period? Because I know that this is a tough industry to earn money from.
Honestly, I've been taught not to have a plan B. Just do what I can, where I can, and I know that it will happen because of how much I want it, and it's just a matter of to what degree and how much I'm willing to work for it. So I'm just going to keep gigging because there's a lot of exposure and that kind of thing involved in it. And I don't know, this is what I love, and like I said, I've got the support of my family to get to where I need to get, so we'll get there.
Can't ask better than that. I think we've talked about it enough. We need to actually hear you in action now. This particular song that you sent me called Red Light, what's the background to it? What's the story behind it?
I was having a really bad day, and I just sat down in front of the piano, and just one of those days that people have, and you just feel like you're a bit over it. And it was just about feeling not good enough, and which everyone has those kinds of thoughts. So, here's Red Light.
That's what it's all about. Anais Campbell in the studio if you want to know a little bit more, and we'll get Graham to leave some details with Lorraine on reception, and what we'll do is we'll make sure that you keep in touch with me via Facebook, and I will promote any of the places that you're actually appearing at.
Awesome,
so
thank you.
That'd be great. Thank you so much for coming in with a sore throat as well. I do appreciate that. And next time you come, bring your guitar and do some live stuff.
I will, absolutely.
Sounds great. So here we are. Here's the song from the EP, and it's called Red Light.